Aunt Manassas. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Incurable, not terminal. It means, though, that there are a few things I can't do anymore. Because I have a tremor in my left hand that gets wilder when I get excited. I can't bluff at poker anymore. I can't play egg and spoon anymore. The egg will just fall right off. But it turns out there are some things that I can do. If I think of this as a superpower, and think about the things that this superpower enables me to do, what would they be? I could be a cook, specializing in shake and bake. I could be a bartender, specializing in James Bond martinis, shaken, not stirred. What else could I do? I could work at a Santa Claus shop, shake all the snow globes, make sure they still work. What else? I could work in a morgue, shake all the bodies first thing in the morning, make sure they're still dead. Time. It's weird how time changes the way you see things. I was talking to my Aunt Bee a few weeks ago, and she was all riled up. I said, Aunt Bee, why are you all riled up? And she said, well, I've just been reading a bestseller by Danielle Steele. I'd never read a romance novel before, but I thought it was about time. Sure, she's written 165 books, so sold 850 million sales in books. And she'd never read a romance novel, so she said, I started reading it, and I had to get out my red pen to edit it. I thought she was going to tell me she was upset by the steamy kisses and ripping bodices. No, she was upset by the poor grammar. So it got me thinking, okay, what other things that we get could somebody mark up with a red pen that we wouldn't be expecting? How about when you turn in your tax return to the IRS? What if they sent it back to you and said, you put a decimal in the wrong place. Here's your refund. That'd be cool. What about if a doctor wrote up our annual report and he said, well, here's the results from your physical, your annual physical, but I decided to shave off a few pounds, round it down to the lowest, next number. Have a good day. What if a cop decided to edit your speeding ticket? He said, next time, look out for those cameras at 6th and Main. Have a good day. That's the kind of editing I'd like. So she surprised me. I said, what else are you riled up about, Aunt Bee? She said, well, Casablanca. I said, Casablanca, why? She said, yeah, we got to watch, we have a movie every night at 6, and we got to watch Casablanca last week. I said, well, great. And now she was a World War II veteran, so I expect her to be reminiscing about World War II through this movie. Nope. Her reaction was, chain smoking. I said, what? She said, they do nothing but chain smoke all day long, all throughout the whole movie. She says, I'm not used to seeing that. Well, sure enough, we're not used to seeing chain smoking in movies anymore because we hardly see much of smoking in movies at all anymore. So what else would be shocking if we looked at it from the perspective of distance like she was? Well, if we walked into a bar and saw a kid sitting there, that would be shocking. If we walked into, what else would be shocking to us? If we saw kittens smoking, that would be shocking. So I said, okay, so chain smoking, sure enough, used to be smoking a lot. Now there's a lot lower rate of smoking, so it was shocking to her to see it in a movie. I said, okay, Andy, what else are you riled up about? She said, bathrooms. I said, really? Bathrooms? Why are you riled up about bathrooms? She said, well, I was looking through this book of house plans from the 1920s. Now, I was born in 1920, so these houses would have been built when I was a child. Now, I would like to ask the crowd if anyone can tell me, yell it out, first one who yells it out will get a copy of my book. If my aunt was born in 1920, how old is she going to be on her birthday this year?
90.
Close. 98, you win. I'll give you the book after I get done. 98. So she was born in 1920, so she's looking at plans for the 1920s, and she said, and what bothered her about them was not that they were little houses that she didn't get to see when she was growing up. What bothered her is that they were two-story houses that only had one bathroom. She said, what are they going to do? They got 4 kids, mothers and father. They've only got 1 bathroom. It really doesn't matter if it's on the top floor or the bottom floor. There's still only 1 bathroom there to fight over. Well, sure enough, I looked it up. At 1%, I said, what my reaction to her was, they can't have had bathrooms for that long in 1920. It must have been a luxury at all. Sure enough, in 1920, 1% of the houses had electricity in bathrooms. Now it's like 80%, 90%. But I got to doing some more research. We have bathrooms everywhere. We have bathrooms in attics and basements and garages and all over the place. So it occurred to me, this is now over 100 years later, by 2020, where else are we going to have bathrooms? We're going to have powder rooms in our cars? No. So that's it. I'm Carol Covin. I want to give a shout out to Vicki Claflin, comedian with Parkinson's, who turned my attitude around about Parkinson's and how it can be a superpower instead of something else. My name is Carol Covin, Carol, C-O-V as in Victory, I-N. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. And my book is Who Gets to Name Grandma? It's about lighthearted conversations between mothers and grandmothers about how to raise the grandchildren. Thank you.